Hello students, I am Dr. Saroj Hole. So today I am going to teach you down counter. So down counter we have studied is also known as a up counter, since upon receiving the next clock pulse the content of counter increases by 1. The count sequence of such counter are 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n. So it is sometimes useful to have a counter which can count in downward sequence, that is count sequence n, n minus 1, n minus 2, 1 and 0. Upon receiving the next clock pulse, if the content of the counter decreases, then it is known as down counter. So this is a JK flip-flop connected. VCC is connected to JK. Then clock QA bar is connected to clock input of a second one, like this. Clear and preset is also there. Now it shows a 3-bit down counter. The 3-bit down counter is obtained using 3 flip-flops. The system clock is still applied at the flip-flop A. The QA bar is used to drive the flip-flop B and QB bar is used to drive the flip-flop C. Initially, all the flip-flops are reset by applying clear pulse simultaneously to all flip-flops. When the first clock pulse is applied, flip-flop A toggles at negative edge of the pulse and QA becomes 1. As QA goes from 0 to 1, QA bar goes from 1 to 0, which is negative change, and it triggers flip-flop B, causing QB to go from 0 to 1. QB bar becomes 1 to 0, which is negative change, and it further triggers flip-flop C. So at the end of first clock pulse, the output condition of 3 flip-flop is QC, QB, QA is equal to 1, 1, 1. When second clock pulse is applied at the negative edge, the flip-flop A toggles. QA output goes from 1 to 0, so QA bar goes from 0 to 1, which is positive change, and it does not affect the flip-flop B. Since flip-flop B has not changed, C will not change, so at the end of second clock pulse, QC, QB, QA is 1, 1, 0. When third clock pulse is applied, the output condition of the flip-flop will be QC, QB, QA is equal to 1, 0, 1 and so on. That is, after receiving next clock pulse, content of the counter decreases by 1, that is the down counter. So the table shows the 3-bit counter. So this is a count QC, QB, QA, QC bar, QB bar, QA bar and the count. So 7 to 0, the count is there. Okay, so you will get this type of truth table. Now following is the waveforms associated with 3-bit counter. Okay. So thus the count sequence up or down depends upon how the flip-flops are connected. If we connect Q output to the clock input of next, it becomes up counter, whereas if we connect Q bar to the clock input of next, it becomes down counter. Now we have seen it separately. Now the same up and down counter can be visualized in the same circuit. So using some gating circuitry, it is possible to connect either Q or Q bar at the clock input of a next flip-flop, and hence a single circuit can be used as either up counter or down counter. Such circuit which can be used as up counter or down counter is known as up-down counter. So the circuit for 3-bit synchronous up-down counter, the circuit is like this, in which 3 flip-flops are there and the QA is connected to the clock input of next flip-flop through some 2 AND gates and 1 OR gate. So what happens due to this? This is the 3-bit down counter, then waveforms of up counter, waveforms of down counter. Okay. So what happens here, when the count up is held high and count down low, Q output of previous flip-flop gets connected to the clock input of a next flip-flop, and the circuit will behave as a up counter. Whereas when count up is held low and count down is high, Q bar output of previous flip-flop gets connected to the clock input of the next flip-flop, and the circuit behaves as the down counter and causes the counter to progress through the countdown sequence. Now we will move towards modulus counter. The binary ripple counter can be constructed using clocked JK flip-flop. The total number of counts for discrete state through which the counter can progress is given by 2 raised to power n, where n is the total number of flip-flop. Then it is said to have a natural count of 2 raised to power n. A basic binary counter consisting of 3 flip-flops counts through 8 discrete states is said to have a natural count of 8. The 4-bit binary counter contains 4 flip-flop counts through 16 states. Thus, we can construct the counters which count through 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. states by using proper number of flip-flops. A 3 flip-flop counter is often referred to as a modulus 8 counter since it has 8 states. The modulus of a counter is the total number of states through which the counter can progress. It is often desirable to construct the counters which have moduli either than 2, 4, 8, etc. We may need to construct a counter having modulus of 3 or 5 or 7. A smaller modulus counter can always be constructed from the larger modulus counter by skipping the states. Such counters are said to have a modified count. The number of flip-flops required to construct the desired counter is determined by choosing the lowest natural count, which is greater than the desired modified count. Mod 7 counter requires 3 flip-flops since lowest natural count greater than 7 is 8, which requires 3 flip-flops. A mod 9 counter requires at least 4 flip-flops since 16 is the lowest natural count greater than 9 and requires 4 flip-flops. Generally, method used to skip count is to feedback a signal from some flip-flops to some previous flip-flops. For example, consider designing of a mod 7 counter. It requires 3 flip-flops and since only one count is to be skipped, it would be convenient to let the counter advance through its natural sequence and then reset it one count early. This is the logic diagram, truth table and waveform of mod 7 counter. So this is a mod 7 counter. VCC, 3 flip-flops are there and the preset is connected through an NAND gate QA QB QC. Now QA QB QC 0 0 0 0 1 1 0 up to 6 and at the 7th pulse it resets. So this is a waveform of mod 7 counter. So from the truth table of natural 3-bit counter, we know that count 7 occurs 111 only once if QA, QB, QC outputs are connected to 3 inputs of 3-input NAND gate. The output of NAND gate goes low only when QA, QB, QC is 1. Now we will see decade counter. If the output of NAND gate is connected to the clear input of each flip-flop, all the flip-flops will be cleared to 0 immediately as the counter advances to count 7. So the counter remains in state 7 only momentarily, therefore it is a mod 7 counter. Now we will see decade counter. The counter which progresses through 10 different states is known as a decade counter. It is also known as a mod 10 counter. Mod 10 counter can be constructed by skipping the states from natural 4-bit counter. The lowest natural count greater than 10 is 16, which requires a 4 flip-flop and hence mod 10 counter also requires 4 flip-flop. Since counters with 4 flip-flops are capable of counting 16 discrete states, therefore mod 10 counter can be obtained by skipping 6 states. This is done by using clear pin of the flip-flop. Now this shows a mod 10 counter state diagram. This round is a state diagram. Now you just see count up to 91001 it counts and at the 10th it becomes reset, that means output becomes 000 for 10th clock pulse. So that's why it is known as a mod 10 counter. So this is a logic diagram. Here JK connected to VCC, clock is connected QA to clock input of second pulse. Now the clear inputs all are tighted and through a NAND gate QA, QB, QC, QD. So these are the waveforms, mod 10 counter. There is a decade counter. The counter will start counting from 0000. When the counting reaches 1010 state, clear pulse is generated by the NAND gate. Then it will reset all flip-flops, making the content of counter was 0000 and hence the circuit becomes mod 10 or decade counter. Now decade counter is available in the form of IC. IC7490 is used as a decade counter. Since in our day-to-day life we are using decimal number system, so the decade counters which count 0 from 0 to 9 have frequent application. As seen, decade counters can be constructed using 4 flip-flops with feedback connections using discrete circuit. However, to reduce the burden on the designer, decade counters are available in the form of IC. So this IC is like this. 7490 is a decade counter MSI chip available from TTL family. IC is available in 14-pin DIP package. It shows the pin diagram, truth table and block diagram IC 7490. This is a pin diagram. This is a truth table. And this is the internal block diagram of a IC 7490. So this is a reset input, then counts. Internally, IC 7490 is divided into two parts, flip-flop A and flip-flop B, C and D. Flip-flop A functions as a mod 2 and flip-flop B, C, D are connected in mod 5 configuration. IC 7490 is a versatile IC that can be used as a mod N counter with N ranging from 2 to 10. IC contains 3 JK and 1 RS flip-flop having 2 clock inputs A, B, D and 4 outputs QA, QB, QC, QD. It has 2 reset inputs RC, R01 and R02 to reset or to clear the counter, and 2 preset inputs R91 and R92 to set the counter to 1001. These inputs are also known as reset to 9 inputs. Using single IC, we can divide the frequency by either 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Hence, IC 7490 is also known as a scalar. If we want modulus higher than 10 or frequency division greater than 10, we can cascade the IC 7490. The cascading is done in such a way that the terminal count of the previous counter stage is given as clock to the next stage. If we use 3 IC 7490, it can count from 000 to 999. So, up till now we have seen the asynchronous counters. Okay, so today I will stop here. Thank you. In next lecture we will see the synchronous counters. Okay.